You're watching Here to Stay TV, brought to you by bridgestreet.com. I'm with Max Thorne. He's a managing director with JLL, based out of London. And these folks know everything about what's happening in the extended stay sector. You're like the consummate deal maker, bringing people together, so you're really in the scene of what's happening right now. What's changing with the extended stay dynamic to make it so interesting to the development community?
I think we've seen over the last 5 or 6 years a dramatic change in the way what you're calling the extended stay market has changed. And I think when you look at traditional service apartments, a decade ago they were mainly focused at the extended stay market in the more traditional terms, the corporate project worker being deployed from a mobility perspective by project workers. What we've seen in the last 5 years is serious domestic and international capital being deployed into the sector on the premise that the consumer is looking for change. The recent explosion of the shared accommodation market has exposed apartments for rent for hospitality, and that's now coming into a transient consumer model.
Right, so it's almost like the peer-to-peer rental providers have created entree for the traditional service apartment business by getting consumers to really understand the product more and become comfortable with booking that type of product.
Yeah, absolutely. They've exposed apartments for rent at a hospitality level. Now, the Airbnb shared accommodation channels are relatively uncontrolled and regulated, relevant to a typical hospitality brand. The opportunity that I see over the next decade or so is, in effect, kind of making the Amazon of eBay with Apart Hotel, like the Apart Mode brand that Bridge Street have, into the consumer set.
Right, and we're here right now at the Mode Apart Hotel booth at IHIF here in Berlin, and recently, Bridge Street launched bridgestreet.com, the first ever OTA geared specifically towards this particular sector. How do you think that's going to change the notion of this business for the consumer?
Again, I think it's broadening availability across multiple sectors within hospitality. So from what I understand from the Bridge Street model, it's not only the apart hotels, it's service apartments, it's shared accommodation availability on that portal. So again, it's broadening apartments out to the consumer.
How do the extended stay apartments, how are they changing and adapting to changing needs of the customer? That also folds in nicely to the real estate ownership part.
The interesting question. Under the banner of service apartments comes many types of room type. The CBD, the central business districts, they're compressing in size, not typically out of consumer demand, but a pound per square foot profitability level. That being said, there's little resistance from the consumer. Are they suited for a 6-month project? No, but there's more service apartments with larger square foot plates that are suitable in secondary locations.
So it also sounds to me like you may not have as many people saying 3, 5, 6 months at a time, but it's opening up the opportunity for shorter stays to help make each of these properties more profitable.
The blend of business is from 1 night to 90 nights at the moment and above. What we are seeing and expecting to see is compression in yields in the marketplace. So quite typically the apart hotel market has traded north of 6%, whereas typical hotels are trading around 5%. We are forecasting that to come in line with the hotel from a value perspective, which makes it a very, very attractive, fragmented consolidation prospect for investors.
Right. It's going to be very interesting to see how this market develops, and I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm Glenn Haussman for Here to Stay TV.